Great Day Tribe, y'all. I have been offline, okay? I had to take some days off. I took some days off the Matrix. I took 21 days off. I went home to visit family and friends. Well, I really went home to shoot a music video, okay? That's the truth, okay? I went home to shoot a music video. Let me bring this in a little bit more. I went home to shoot a music video. Shout out to my team. Shout out to Big Mac Beats. Shout out to Channel 86 Films. Shout out to my label, BBF. Just shout out to the crew, okay? But I just wanted to give y'all a life update because taking that time off, I closed Club Meditate. I closed Club Meditate for the month of July. I didn't do no sessions. I didn't do no readings. I wasn't doing no therapy. I didn't teach no yoga. I ain't do no breath work. I needed that for myself. I never take breaks, okay? I've literally been going for 2 to 3 years nonstop with no days off. I'm even teaching while I'm on vacations. I've been teaching while I'm on vacations for the past 4 years, whether I was in Mexico, inside the country, or outside the country. I'm always doing a session. But this month of July, Spirit was like, no. And in June, when I was like, Spirit wants me to take a break, I fought it because I'm a Virgo, baby, with the Scorpio rising and a Cancer moon. What is a break? It's like, no. But I didn't know why, but even though I was so nervous to tell my community, like, we're not doing Club Meditate. I know I've been doing Club Meditate for every Wednesday for almost 2 years, but we're gonna take the month of July off. I didn't know why, but when I went home, Spirit showed me why. I was so grateful that I did not have to teach my community or didn't have to be there for my community because I needed all the energy for myself, y'all. Because going home was so triggering. This was definitely the most heaviest trip that I have taken home since my mother transitioned. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my mama. Don't play with her, okay? She was definitely a life coach, a realignment specialist, and so much more for everyone in our community, and most importantly, our family. So going home this time was so triggering for me. 1, because people playing with my mama name. 2, they not gonna have no peace anyway. 3, I almost went into my black bag of tricks but I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't. But I had to deal with all of that energy. I had to transmute all of that, all of the things that I was feeling, whether I want to make sure my mother's name is whatever. I had to deal with that because it's all some form of emotion, you know? So I was so happy that I didn't have any clients to deal with because I was my own client for the month of July. All right. So the video shoot went great, even though I had to really talk myself into doing the video shoot, like literally all the way up until the camera cut on, because I was not feeling like grind. I was not feeling like the energy coach that loves to shine, that loves to be on time, that loves to realign the spine and dirty wine. I was not feeling like her. I was feeling like a whole bunch of other people's. I was feeling so heavy. I was feeling so, oh my gosh, you know? So I really slowed down while I was home. I spent a lot of time with my godchildren. Shout out to my babies. Shout out to my sisters that hold space for me. Shout out to my sister Whitney. I spent a lot of time at her house. So that's an update. Stay tuned for the music video. I'm gonna be showing a lot more behind the scenes footage. But my trip was very silent. I didn't have nothing to say to social media. I didn't even want to front like, yeah, energy coach is outside. Yeah. No, I wasn't feeling none of that shit. And that's the life of balance, because who heals the healer? I'm gonna get my daughter to put crickets right there. Who heals the healer? The healer do, okay? The healer do, okay? So I had to take time out for me so I could have more time for you. But right now, I'm doing something that I really never do. I'm doing a reading for myself. I haven't done a reading on myself in probably about 3 years, because the more you evolve and trust your own intuition and your own energy, the cards, you don't really necessarily need them for yourself, because you have a direct communication with source now. So the cards always serve as like an arm of source. But the more you tap in with yourself, you can just hear source instantly. But sometimes, you know, I was like, let me just do a live reading on myself. But this may be a collective. We don't know. If it resonates, let it resonate. If it don't, let it segregate, meditate, elevate. It's like, but no separate. Y'all know I had to rhyme. So I was like, with all the crazy energy I have been feeling, I did release a lot. I slept for 15, almost 16 hours when I got here in my bed. I was so happy. This was the first time I was ready to run from the East Coast. But I'm super grateful My mama, my ancestors got my back. And that's who I'm talking to right now. Ancestors, continue to communicate to me and continue to communicate through me. What do the cards have to say for me and maybe the collective today? But I'm just talking about myself. And even though everyone watching right now is a beautiful reflection of myself, what do we got? What do we got? What are we focusing on today? Serenity. Serenity. And then I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck says trust. Serenity and trust. Okay, I can go with this. I can go with this because that's exactly what I had to do while I was home. I had to trust and not do that. You feel me? I had to really just trust. Like, yeah, it's okay. Because my ancestors see what's going on right now. They definitely see what's going on. So don't even feel like you got to do something, baby. Step out the way and let karma namaste. Step out the way and let karma namaste. Ashe. So serenity. I definitely stayed serene and just trusted my ancestors. Like, y'all gonna handle it. Ma, abuela. Y'all see what's going on up here? No, they're not. Thank you, Spirit, for communicating to me. Thank you for communicating through me. Thank you for letting me pursue me. I love the way I do me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. What we got? Awakening. Awakening. It says, "Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense." Awakening. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. Y'all know sheep be asleep, okay? May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. This is what I was just saying. Awakening. The more you trust yourself during your awakening, the more you trust and stay in your own serenity and not what people may want you to react to, you'll be able to trust your own instincts. You'll be able to trust your own instincts and your own common sense. You feel me? And what the bottom say? Divine flow. Divine flow. Because even when you're out of alignment, you're still in that mother. You understand? Okay? So divine flow. It says eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all the others. To follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. And this is just stay in your own magic. Don't be, what they doing over there? Dang, they got that. Dang, it's been 7 years. It's been 20 years since I've been trying to get it. They got it already. They got it. They only been doing it for 3. Don't worry about them. Stay in your divine flow. Follow your own Tao. Everybody has their own path to serve. Stay focused on your own path. And these are literally reminders I had to remind myself. Like, don't go catch a car. Don't go catch a charge. You don't need to catch a charge, girl. Spirit gonna charge them for you. What the car fell out? What the car fell out said? Ooh, soothing impatience. Soothing impatience. Literally, the back of it says, there is nothing to do but wait. Soothing impatience. Literally, I say, it wasn't time for me to bust off. Just chill. There is nothing to do but wait. There is nothing to do but wait. Heard of that saying, hurry up and wait? There is nothing to do but wait. I've done all the work. I've done all the transmutation. I've done all the being quiet. I've done it. Okay? So I'm just going to wait. Soothing impatience. I'm just going to wait and let spirit serve its course. And the bottom card says, cultivating courage. Cultivating courage. At any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. This goes back to trusting yourself, to that divine flow, to that awakening of you. Not looking for the answers outside of yourself. The more you tap into the divine in here, the more you will believe it up here. So I was so grateful for the emotional intelligence that I have gained over these 10 years on my journey, because I definitely would have went home and caught a charge. You feel me? So I definitely would have went home if I wasn't tapped in, if I didn't trust the divine flow, if I didn't realize this is a test. I'm being triggered to be a nigga, and I'm about to slap us out of 6-7 figures. Yeah, me? Okay. But anyways, this fell out. Let me see. It says, I embrace a life of adventure and exploration. I live a life of discovery and self-transformation. Okay, with the bars. I embrace a life of adventure. I embrace a life of adventure and exploration. I live a life of discovery and self-transformation. It might not show. In the back of it says, your soul is dynamic and your soul is creative. Baby, I'm only here to do soul work, okay? All that ego stuff, all that extra stuff, I ain't here for that. And that's what I'm always reminded of. I've always had a very sacred journey this lifetime. The last ones, whew, I paid for. But anyways, this lifetime, I've had a very sacred journey. I've had a very protected journey. I've had a very guided journey within. I've always had a knowing, like I knew to keep my virginity till marriage. I knew that it would break a curse. I knew I was going to have a daughter who I didn't want any of that generational sexual trauma and drama on her frequency. I knew these things. I don't know how I knew these things, but I knew these things and I trusted them. Okay. So the more I awakened within myself, the more I just trust source energy to communicate to me and communicate through me. Okay. So this message is to anybody out there that is dealing with some things. Stay balanced. Focus on yourself. If anybody outside of yourself is trying to make you feel like less of yourself within yourself, remember Jamie Foxx used to do that? You know, let it go. We ain't got time for that right now. The energy that we're focusing on is our health, our wealth. It's all in here. It's all in here. Happiness is an inside job. You can't find peace. You have to become it. You got to choose it. You got to choose peace. So I'm just grateful that I was able to see myself, that I was able to have emotional intelligence and not catch a charge while I went home and was hella triggered. Okay. So, yes, that was a reading. If it resonated for you, it resonated for you. If it didn't, it was for me. I clearly said that shit when we started. If you would like a personal reading of your own, tap in. I'm back. The calendar. Ooh, what you was about to flip? What you was just about to flip? That Ace of Cups. Okay. The Ace of Cups. Let's look at this. The Ace of Cups. It's already mine. This is God's hand. This is source energy hand handing me the trophy. Okay. Handing me the trophy because we've already won. The fortune is already ours. You see the dove? You see the dove? You see the dove? You see the dove? You feel the love? Okay? It's giving protection. It's giving. It's already done. Don't even trip. Your cup is going to runneth over. The cup is going to runneth over, Latoya. The cup is going to runneth over, Grind. So whoever played with you and your mama's finances and y'all's time, oh, baby, you still going to shine, okay? And they still going to recline, and their energy is always going to be on the decline, okay? And then the upside down says judgment, because that's what we're in. Judgment, the judgment card. Karma is being restored. So don't worry about it. Let source fight your battles. Don't even bust a sweat. Go and transmute it. You keep your energy high, because judgment is among us. And the people that ain't living authentic, and the people that have played, and the people that have strayed, and the people that have begged you to stay even though they knew they was fitting to fade. Oh, baby, karma finna deal with them, and you just get out the way for the judgment, okay? We focusing on the Ace of Cups because our cup runneth over. Our cup runneth over. This is an abundant season. We got a reason to not spread treason, okay? I love you guys. I love myself. And that's all I want to encourage anybody else to do, is to love yourself. And if there's anything you're suffering through, I went through 20 plus years of depression, hating myself, doing harmful things to my body. I'm here to help. I love you. I like you. You're powerful. Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth over. I love you.